Good evening. President Quigley is away at work and Member Venegas is absent. We'd like to start with the pledge. Impromptu, there appears to be a Boy Scout in the front row. Would you assist us with the pledge, kind sir? Thank you. Would you all rise?
Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice, and for all.
What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir? Sam? Hi, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Great job. Unscripted right there. Member Campbell, you're doing it all tonight. Would you mind doing the board mission statement?
All right, without glasses. Our mission is to ensure that all students are prepared for college and a successful life academically, socially, and emotionally, as well as equipped with the necessary tools to have options and make decisions about their long-term goals. This will be accomplished by believing and working toward all students learning through rigorous curricula and meaningful, effective instruction, consequently demonstrating mastery on high-quality assessment with all stakeholders being held accountable throughout the process.
Thank you. Dr. Mitchum, agenda approval.
Yes, Mr. Quigley, I'd like to ask that the board approve
Excuse
the
me,
agenda.
huh?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sharon did
Mr.
that.
Gugis. Force a habit.
No, it's cool.
I'd ask that the board approve the agenda as presented.
I normally get mistaken for you.
So moved.
I need a second. I'm sorry.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Sikora,
Yes.
Member Felice,
Yes.
Secretary Hansen,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes. Dr. Mitchum, consent agenda items.
Yes, I'd like to ask that the board approve consent agenda items 6.1 through 6.5. 6.1, board meeting minutes, March 23rd, 2015. 6.2, executive session meeting minutes, March 23rd, 2015. 6.3, gifts for R.C. Hill Elementary School and Bolingbrook High School. 6.4, student activity contract for Brooks with Scholastic Book Fair, November of 2015. And 6.5, intergovernmental agreement with Trinity Tri-County Special Recreation Association and Lily Cash Special Recreation Association After School Extended School Year Summer Program.
I need a motion.
So moved. Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Sikora,
Yes.
Member Felice,
Yes.
Secretary Hansen,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes. Treasurer's report.
Monthly report for March 2015 includes the financial reports, balance sheets, summary of revenue and expenditures, as well as the interim obligation payments for March 2015 totaling $2,988,804.26 for your approval this evening.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Member Campbell and a second by Member Felice. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Sikora,
Yes.
Member Felice,
Yes.
Secretary Hansen,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes.
Schedule of bills for April 2015 is presented, representing 5 funds totaling $2,209,646.43, also for your action this evening.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Sikora,
Yes.
Member Felice,
Yes.
Secretary Hansen,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes.
We have the summary of investments for March, the state funding update for March, and the All Schools Trust account activity for February for your information this evening. I would like to point out in the state funding update, at the very bottom of that exhibit, is a calculation for the general state aid and mandated categorical reductions per the governor's 2.25% across the board reductions. And so the calculation we have there is a reduction for the remaining fiscal year, which ends June 30th, of $1,153,000, which is a makes a good case for maintaining fund balances so that you can weather these kind of very late in the fiscal year cuts that come because of the financial difficulty that the state is in, that was no forewarning, no way to plan for that. And so this is something that's affected all municipalities, park districts, school districts. And for us, because we receive a rather large amount of state funding, it is a rather significant reduction.
It appears that almost 500,000 of that is in special ed. Moving on. Did you do the all-school trust? Or did I miss
I
that?
did. It's
All
for
right.
information.
Thank you.
If you have any questions.
Pillars of Valley View. Who's up first?
First, we have up Mr. Gary Grazafi from the Valley View Administration Center,
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell.
representing with member Hanson.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Good evening. My name is Gary Grazafi, and tonight we recognize one of our longest-serving employees, Patty Mosashek, more affectionately known as Patty Mo, who began working for us in 1974. I'll do the math for you. She has been an employee of Valley View for 41 years. Shortly after graduating from Romeoville High School, Patty was hired as a substitute secretary. Not long after, she was hired full-time at the Administration Center as a receptionist. Patty took advantage of various opportunities for job growth and has worked in several different departments within the district, including personnel, accounts payable, and maintenance, before coming to the finance department in 1989. Patty was born in France and is one of 10 siblings. Her father was in the military and upon his retirement brought his family to settle in Romeoville. She began her education at Lockport West and attended school on the 45-15 year-round plan her junior and senior years. Currently, Patty is responsible for gathering and reconciling all the district P-card documentation. She also gathers and prepares all the necessary paperwork, signatures, and payments for any of our athletic and co-curricular teams and clubs that need a check to attend a tournament, often on very short notice. Her work ethic and attendance for the past 41 years are extraordinary. Patty truly is a pillar of Valley View.
Next, we have Mr. Principal Ted Warpinski from B.J. Ward Elementary School.
Good evening, Vice President Gugis, members of the board, senior leadership, Dr. Mitchum, and members of the community. It is with great pleasure to introduce B.J. Ward's pillar, Ms. Renfro. Ms. Renfro is not only a truly outstanding educator and leader in our building, she's also been instrumental in guiding our staff and building with our college and career readiness initiatives. Her timeless efforts in promoting the importance of college and getting our staff behind sharing the message with students has not gone unnoticed. She's also a key member of our Teachers Observing Teachers program, where teachers visit Ms. Renfro's classroom to observe her instructional practices in order for them to improve their skills as instructors. She's also a member of our ULT, Universal Leadership Team. She is a grade level leader.
Thank you.
That was for you. Teachers Observing Teachers key person. She is a tutoring volunteer supporting 20 students on her own time. She's also deeply involved in Dreambox as a key leader and instrumental in establishing a program for both AM and PM tutoring, reaching 140 students, which is 30% of our population. Congratulations, Ms. Renfro.
Middle school state wrestling qualifiers. principals are here? Oh, Principal Rollerson.
Okay, first up is Principal Rolson from John J. Lukanczyk Middle School.
Good evening, Dr. Mitchum, senior leadership, members of the board. I'm here this evening excited to celebrate the success of our wrestling team. We have with us this evening our co-athletic director, Chris McVeigh, Coach Simic, and also Coach Israelson is not able to be here with us this evening. We also have Coach Brooks, who I wanted to take a couple of moments to recognize all of his efforts that he has given to our community over the past years. It's hard to believe that it's been 9 years ago since we first opened our doors here at Lukanczyk Middle School. It was then that I first had the opportunity to meet Coach Brooks. The impact that Coach Brooks has had on our students here in our Romeoville community since 1998 is unimaginable. I have witnessed him mentoring and supporting students both inside and outside of the school day. He takes a true interest in being a positive role model for our students, and I'm truly grateful for all of his years of service. To Coach Brooks, thank you for being such a staple in our community. The impact that you have had is immeasurable. You will be missed. Best wishes, and we know where to find you. And thank you for coaching and being such a wonderful person. All of our success of our students this evening is a lot due to all of your efforts. So thank you.
This is always a good time of year for me, so I get a chance to recognize the students and all of the hard work that they've put in. Wrestling is one of those sports that, you know, is not as rewarding as you see someone passing the basketball, or you know, someone set a good pick, or footballs being passed. With wrestling, you go out and you stand alone, and those boys, they go out each and every weekend or every match, and they stand alone. And to say they stand alone is just to give you a picture. Every day they go in a wrestling room and they work extraordinarily hard in this sport. And I'm not going to trivialize any other sport, because all of the sports are given their own individual pluses. But when I talk about wrestling, I like to recognize the fact that the boys, how they stand alone, and what that truly means is no one is prepared for. None of the boys are prepared for their very first match. None of them. But then when they actually go out to compete for the very first time, they get to display their talents. And usually they don't even realize how good they are until like the end of the year. So that they don't get a whole lot of reward from wrestling. But by that time, this time of year, when we can recognize those state qualifiers, and this is why it's a good time for me, recognizing, first of all, Anthony Telagano. Anthony Telagano, this year, he was first in Pat O'Brien tournament. It's an invitational tournament. He was second in regionals. I'm doing it off the top of my head. Fourth in regionals, second in sectionals, and he advanced to the state championship. Congratulations, Anthony. The next wrestler, also first in Pat O'Brien. Okay. Third in regionals. All right, let me see. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm glad Anthony did that, so he can take the attention off of me. Okay. So, he was first at Pat O'Brien, first in regionals, third in sectionals, and he also advanced to the state championship. Congratulations. This kid, Nick Torres, this kid Let me tell you a little story about it. I don't mind. Give me just 1 minute. It won't take long, I promise. This kid, let me tell you, as a fifth grader, he came out for wrestling. He was a junior varsity wrestler. I moved him up to the varsity team.